Good morning. I'm Jill from Copycat Crafts by Jill, and I'm back today with this cute little mini journal. Tiny mini. You can either put it in a full-size journal or give it away as Happy Mail. Or put it in your purse, take it with you. But it's extremely cute. I didn't decorate it yet. I just put a little bit of decoration on the cover, but I'm not done. I want to do the whole thing. But the best part is this one is made of 2 pieces of plain paper, just copy paper that I coffee dyed. It's copy paper and a piece of file folder that I had that was in the plum color. You can use any color you want or any paper you want. This is the paper I used. It's coffee dyed printer paper from your printer. So it's the normal average size copy paper. You use 2 of them. I already folded and sort of inked this one just so you could see where our folds are, and I thought I'd do a quick run through it before we get to the original. The things we're going to be using are a scissors, bone folder, or your scissor handle, or your fingernail. Oh, sorry. Tell me you're a crafter without telling me you're a crafter, right? Right? Okay. Anyway, perhaps a ruler, but there's not going to really be any measuring. Some ink if you want to ink. And obviously the paper. And I guess before I move on, if you can see, mine has these cute little photo edges on them that are actually a little die cut. It is this. There we go. It is that. And let me take it out of the package. These are adorable. They're not the type for a photo that you can bend in the sides and just glue the little sides. These are strictly, I would say, for decoration. So, excuse me, you get ones with tiny little dots, ones with little lines, and ones with little dashes. And they make, I did a bunch of them the other day. They make these little pieces, which is why I had these. And I ink the edges so you don't see the white. And that's what I put on the corner here. And I think it just gives it a really finished look. And as I was playing, I also thought, wouldn't it look cute on like a nameplate or whatever, name tag, whatever, you know, if you put these on a journal. I think that sort of frames it. It's kind of like the finishing of woodwork, right? I think that looks really cute. And this tag is also out of another die cut. Actually from the same seller, which is from the same seller that was in my last video. Because when I ordered lots of goodies, and this is one of the sets. This is one whole set. And this is this is the tag that came from it, or plate. All these are the tags that I cut out the other night, yesterday, day before. And I always just, if I can, I keep a majority of them together and just put them on a piece of paper and run them through, because I just tend to find it easier to not have to keep fussing with little pieces. But these, and for someone who has a problem fussing with little pieces, I love little pieces. Anyway, Look at how adorable these are. Once I got started, I was like, oh, how would it look in this color? How would it look in that color? I think these are just precious. I love them. And I can't wait to really use them. Stamp on them. Use them, these big pieces. Bigger tags. Stamping on them with numbers. So I can't wait. But it just seemed like things got snowballed because I wanted to show these little corner pieces. And then when I did this piece, I thought, well, I better show the tag and plate pieces. So these are from Westbound Pony. She sells on eBay. She sells on Facebook Marketplace. I bought quite a few things and I have loved them all so far. So every time I use one of her sets, I will give her a shout out because she's such a sweet person. If you have any problem, I'm gonna link her eBay and her Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to link them. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to her. I do know, I think at the end of this month, she's going, I don't know if it's a vacay. If it is, it's well deserved, but she's won't be around for a little bit. So if you want to go visit her shop, if you see anything you really like, order it right away. She ships immediately, basically. So I just wanted to show those things. And again, it's Westbound Pony. I will link everything in the description block. So description block. Anyway, let's get on with it. The inside are just 2 pages. You don't have to use 2 pages. You can use 1 page and you'll see. And you can use more than 2. That's 2 in my book. So the first thing you have to do is fold it in half. Oh, actually, you fold it in half this way. I'm already confusing you. I'm sorry. I will link the channel that I seen this on. It is Ruby&pearl XO. Ruby&pearl XO. Thank you for this cute idea. I don't know how many other people have done it. I'm sure lots. I just happened to see it on Ruby&pearl XO. I will also link her video so you can watch her because she does such a cute job explaining how to do it. I assure you it will be better than mine. But let's carry on. So we fold it up and crease it. Use your bone folder. Use your bone folder. All right, open it, turn it around. Fold it in half again. Use your bone folder. Then spin it around so the opening is on the bottom. And fold just that top piece in half again. Use your bone folder. Now we're going to flip the whole piece over. And we're going to fold that one up in half again. And then use your bone folder. Try to get them as even as possible, but you will see in the very end, all the edges are not going to match up perfect just because when you're folding paper on top of each other and inside each other, it does knock it off a little bit of a hair, but we're not going to get into the minutia of things. This is handmade. Okay, so once you have all your folds, you want to put it out in front of you the long way, and your folds should make it kind of like a teepee on your table. It should look like that without the cut. We didn't cut yet. Okay, so it should look like that. It should look like this. There's your fold. It's on this side. You want to close it. You want to hold it together, and then you want to cut just to there. You just want to cut on that. Now, if you're lost, don't worry. We're going to do it again. I just wanted to show you so that it wasn't too confusing on real paper. Once you cut it, fold it in half this long way, the long way. Then, okay, so the cut, I was just checking where the cut is. The cut side should be towards you. Then as you pick it up, it should make a diamond. Finish pushing it together, and you actually have your journal. So you go from diamond to push together, and then you have 4 pieces of paper right there. There's your journal. Now, if you'll notice, there's openings here and here, and there's openings here and here. At this stage, you can decide what you want as a pocket on the side, a pocket on top, or even a pocket on the bottom. Not that we want things falling out. So you can make that decision. But before we go and make those decisions, let's go over the folding one more time. So take your piece of paper and you have it vertical. Vertical. And you want to match it up. It is important to match it up as closely as you can, but like I said, once it's not going to meet perfect. It just isn't, because I'm not magic. Okay, now you have it folded in half. Now you're going to take it the other way and fold it in half this way. Take your bone folder. Okay. And open it up. Now I'm going to ink it a little bit just so you can kind of see where our folds are. Hope you can see that a little bit better now of where the fold is. So you want to fold it and keep your opening down facing you. And you want to fold it up again halfway, like so. Use your bone folder. You can, it doesn't have to be plain paper. You can use any paper you want. I'm using plain so that I can decorate it on the inside. Okay, then you, I don't know if you caught that. Let's see, here's where we just folded it up. We just folded that up and we used our bone folder. Now you want to grab it and flip it. So that one piece should be facing you. You want to put that up and fold it. Why is that not? And use your bone folder. Okay, so now it should look like this. So now you want it to where it's like a teepee. See? You want it like a teepee. And you want to push it closed. Then you want to pick it up by the top, and you should have 2 flaps, kind of like making an old-fashioned paper airplane. 2 flaps. There's your opening. But this is the line you want to cut on, and you only want to cut to this score line. I'll ink it so you can just see where I'm stopping. Okay, so here's your TP. I'm going to grab it in the center, put it up. Now you have your 2 flaps. This is the line you want to cut on, and you want to stop right there. So that is what we're going to do. There we go. Now pull it out. So your cut should be this way. Now you want to grab these 2 edges. Flatten it down to each other. Just pick it up and push it together, and you will get what looks like a diamond. Continue to push till it meets, and there it is. There's your journal pages. Now, no matter how much you try to fold everything perfect, it's not going to end up perfect, because when you have paper stacked inside each other, the center is always going to be longer. So it is what it is. We're not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna be upset. Now here's where you can decide again. You have bottoms. You can glue these together completely so that there's no pocket. You can glue just the bottom so there is a pocket on the ones that open on the top. You can leave that open or glue it shut. Same, if you leave that open as a pocket, you're going to want to glue the bottom shut so things don't fall out. This one you may want to leave a side pocket and just glue the bottom, and so on. Now that you have your 2, we're going to glue one page together to another page. Now when I do that, that makes this side double. I should hold it this way. Makes this side double and this side, because they're double pages. I would glue both of these shut and make this a thicker pocket in there like that. That would be my pocket. So I found with this one, I waited till I had it glued together, and then I was trying to pick where I wanted my pockets. It may be easier if we decide right now, before we glue anything, before we glue, work on the cover. So probably this for me might dry quicker. My my art glitter glue has been so runny, and it just doesn't want to dry quickly. All right, so before we really make our decision, once you glue these together, it gets a lot. It gets to be a lot. So I'm going to just put that one aside, and I'm going to decide this one here is going to be glued to the cover. So do I want a pocket there? I'm going to say yes, and I'm only going to glue the bottom so that I still have a pocket. So that's just what I'm doing. You do not have to do that. You can glue it completely shut. my second one, I definitely want to glue the bottom, and I think I'll leave a pocket in the top. So I'm just going to glue the bottom. That way, I still have the pocket in the top. These are the two I'm going to glue together, so I don't want a pocket in just this one. So I'm going to glue that one completely shut. But this one I'm going to make a pocket on the side. So I'm just going to glue the bottom again. Whoop. Great. Okay, where did I get the glue? Let's try that. Okay, now this one, I'm going to glue this completely closed because this one is going to be my pocket. So I'm going to glue this one completely closed. I don't have to get down in the opening too far. As long as the top and bottom are glued, nothing's gonna disrupt that. So we're just gonna make sure that's glued. Okay. All right, there we have it. So we have one pocket, two pockets, three pockets, and this is half of our middle pocket. So this whole one has to be, for me, going to completely close this completely. Hope I'm still in frame. And let's glue that one down. Get it away from the other pocket so I don't glue all the pages together. Okay, these two will get glued together. So I don't want to flip this one around. I don't want to lose how I have it. And same with this. I just want to keep this whole set as is. Okay, so now this one will be a side pocket. I can leave this one a top pocket, but I have to glue the bottom closed, or it's kind of a mean joke to put stuff in it and have it fall out the bottom. Okay. This one, since this is a pocket on the top, we can make this a side pocket. Again, you don't have to make any pockets. You can just, if it's, don't have to. You really don't. It's really just what you want. And then making sure I didn't glue my. Again, they're not gonna meet. So no more about that. And this one, I may make, the cover's going to come here, so I may make a pocket between the cover and this, because it's a double, but I'm going to glue the bottom shut, so, and maybe a hair in there. Okay. Okay. Now, with a pencil, if you get confused easily, like myself, you may want to just very carefully put that this is 1, this is number 2, but number 1 and number 2 will get glued together. So it doesn't matter if you cover up the 2, because we're gluing. We are gluing, and because I want it a pocket, I am going to glue these 3 sides. So that's what we're doing. And I'm not too worried about, you know, making the pocket smaller by using a lot of glue. I'm not worried about that. This is supposed to be a mini. And by golly gosh, it is going to be a mini. Okay, let's put these together. Close them. Close them. Just gonna press here, gonna press here. We should have one pocket in the center. I don't want to pull it apart yet. Just give it a minute or two to dry. We're going to make sure that we have this right side up, because you don't want to glue on your cover and find out this is upside down and now all your pockets are upside down. So not only do we have a 1, you might also want to make an arrow showing that's the top. That will be easily erased, or, well, and when we put the cover on it, this is the part that will get glued. The cover will get glued on the front and the back. Still erase it, because if you're going to make it a pocket, I did not here. I just glued it on. I did not make either one of those a pocket. Didn't do it. Doing it with this one though. But there you have it. You already have it. There it is. Okay, I think, what should I use as my cover? Let's see. Someone are doing fireworks outside, and I don't know why. Okay, I have these. Just trying to see. I'm normally not too big of a, oh, it's upside down, oh no. But I will say, if you notice, I put a tiny spine. And I may go with a slightly larger spine. I'm not sure. I mean, I think that's really cute. I don't want to go too big. If I'm going to put this in a journal, I want it not to be any bigger than that. But on the other hand, if you pack it a lot, you want a slightly larger spine. So I guess it really is just on you what it is you want. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. Actually, I like that other one. Yeah, the yellow. Let's do yellow. Alright, I'm going to have to get out my cutter. Didn't want to have to do that, but because I'm kind of noisy and I'm not always directly on the line, because I stretched out the wire in there. So my shortcut is surely not to get the perfect cut. Alright, I'm hoping this is going to be big enough. What is it, 6? May not be big enough for double. May not. Let's get the scoring board out. This is where, oh, I really like that side too. Oh well, I want yellow. Let's do yellow. Okay, so, and I think, since I'm gonna decorate the cover a little bit, I think I'm gonna use the top part So let's see where we want to mark it. We want a little space around it. And because the pieces are not perfect, you may want to go with a tad more. So I'm going to go with a tad more because I can always trim it a hair. I can't untrim it. Here we go with the trimmer again. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, let me check my, all right, it's right there. And I don't know if the color of the paper is playing with my eyes here and making it look crooked. I'm not sure. Of course, we keep it. Of course. I'm sure we'll come up with. All right. Again, arrow going up, so we know that's the top. And we're just going to check. And we're going to scrooge it over as far as we can just to see if we are going to have enough room. So if this is where we want, if this is where we want the, now this my little scoreboard. Okay, let's see. All right. Once you know, smack in the middle. Okay, we're gonna score here. Wait, I want to make sure I'm going to the right. This is the side that I kind of measured for, so. All right, here's my piece. That's the bottom. Now we're going to come over here. Oh yeah, we got plenty. So let's see. I'm just going to mark it. Do I want my, I may just trim it because I'm not too sure if I want my spine to be that big. Here's my spine. The spine would be like that big. That's a little big for me. So if I go here, I think that should be okay. Then I can just trim this edge if I want it. All right, top up, put it over. Just gonna bend it at the, yep, and then we're gonna bend it over here. So I think for the most part it's exactly the same size spine as my first one, which I guess I really don't want to go any bigger. Okay, now you can see that side is sticking out a little bit because we discussed it and we were going to trim it. That's what we were going to do. So let's just make sure I'm happy with that. Could have made that a tad bigger, but I'm not worried about it. And I guess I'm just going to cut it right at that line. Right at that line. They don't have to super match up because I plan to roughen up the edges, which are just going to probably make a couple of them uneven as so as it is. So I'm not going to I'm not going to gritz over. Now, obviously you do not have to rough yours up. I am going to. I think this paper really fits into that mood of rips, tears, roughage. I might even rip off a corner. I'll play better. Maybe I'll, instead of ripping off a corner, I'll rip off the corner of whatever thing I put on. All right, let's. I just want to try and. Gee, my neighbors are being quite noisy today out in their yard, doing yard work. So I apologize if you hear weed whacking and goodness knows what else. Just gonna give this a once, twice over. And the thing is, usually once you roughen up the edges rather, I will admit that there are times I go back a day or two later and it's like the meat, the dry meat of the paper, of this, sucks up that ink and I end up inking some more. So, just gonna get it as good as I can. I'm even gonna ink in here. Details matter. Details matter. Huh, I wonder why. I know there's a hill and valley rule when you're scoring, and I don't know it and don't follow it. So don't yell. No yelling. All right. Here we go. Get that dirtied up. That's right. Grunge, grunge, grunge. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Get our arrow up. Believe me, it's too easy to confuse it. And next thing you know, everything's falling out the bottom. Isn't that cute? Okay. All you do now is, if you're going to make a pocket between your cover and your back, you can then all you have to do is just glue that, and then you will have a pocket there. Same with the front. If you're going to have a pocket, you glue it only here, here, and here, and you glue it down. So that's what I'm going to do here. And if I choose to do that in the back, I could glue that shut as well. And then instead of having my pocket here, it will be between the two. So I may do that, but I'm going to do this one first. So let's get the glue. And again, just make sure your arrow's going up. You know how you want your... Oh, I did want to erase it because no need to have anyone looking in there and seeing my arrow. And again, I'm not too worried about losing too much of the pocket. This is really not one of the you know, main events. It's just a cute little either insert in a journal or just to cart along with you. Just give us happy mail. All right. So we're going to put it here. Whoop. Okay. Yep, there we go. Try to get your end in the end and in the spine. And let's give it a second or two to dry before we pull on it to do the back. Just give it a second. I hope anyone who's in California and had the hurricane, I hope all is well and it went right past you. You got to laugh at it and just have a hurricane party instead of a hurricane cleanup. All right, I think we're going to move on to this side. We're going to, the back one is always a tad harder because you want the spine to fit with over all the rest of your little pages. So we're just going to get glue on the edges. Close to that edge because I really want that to be glued down close to the edge and not have too much gap. Okay, get my piece, kind of on my edge. Whoop, okay. Gotta bring it out a little bit. Let's see. Yes, I didn't fold my crease the right way. There we go. And I know that gave me a hard time with the original one I made. I'm not too sure how what's her name? Yeah, there we go. Just pull it out a little bit. Work on the crease. There we go. There we go. How Ruby and Pearl, because she also put a thing in it. And there we go. Oh, right. Reroute it a little. There we go. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. And really, when you make them out of Tim Holtz paper, it doesn't have to have too much more added because Tim Holtz paper, come on, perfect. Okay. So, I believe this one ended up being a little bigger because I actually used the wrong size paper. I used paper, coffee dyed paper that I got at the Dollar Tree that was in a little doodle tablet for kids, like to use crayon on or whatever. Very thin paper. It's called doodle paper, and you get a whole bunch for $1.25. And I always buy them and coffee dye them because once you coffee dye them, they really sturdy up. They really get a thicker feel, and I didn't realize that I grabbed the doodle paper and not the printer paper, but the whole thing was really meant to be made with the printer paper, which is what this is. This one was made with the doodle paper, which is a little bit bigger. So that's what made the size, the end result, a little bit bigger, which is why I didn't want to give you the measurements from this one, because that is not what you would end up with. But isn't that adorable? So check out Ruby and Pearl XO, link the channel, and check out Westbound Pony. She sells dyes, but she sells so many other things. I'm almost embarrassed to say I'm gonna be back to buy. She sells like stamps that have a sticky, that are sticky. Oh, I. Anyway, in case my husband hears this, I'm not gonna say anymore. But do try this. It's super easy once you get the folding down, and you may have to rewind and watch the folding process 2 or 3 times, but once you get it down, you can easily make sit down and mass make these in an afternoon and have tons of just adorable mini journals. It's really a fun project. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you try it. If you do, please tag me on Instagram. I'm going to try to link my Instagram, but it's under the same name, Copycat Crafts by Jill. And let me know. Let me know if you had any problems. Y'all know where to find me if there's any questions. And I guess just stay creative. Okay, hugs.